Welcome to The Growth Kit, a podcast where science and actionable advice intersect to help you live a better life. From chaos to calm, 17 tips for parenting toddlers. Raising a toddler is like having a blender without a lid. Jerry Seinfeld. Raising toddlers is a rewarding yet challenging phase of parenting that often leaves caregivers searching for guidance and effective strategies. Toddlers are constantly exploring the world around them, asserting their independence, and developing their personalities. As a parent or caregiver, understanding the unique needs and behaviors of toddlers is essential to provide them with the support and guidance they require during this crucial stage of development. In this podcast, I've compiled a list of practical tips for parenting toddlers. Some are simple, others require some effort, and yet others are just adulting reminders. Tips for parenting toddlers. Make a checklist. Kids love helping and having a purpose, especially around this age. Make a simple checklist, using icons instead of words, for your morning and nighttime routine, and hang it up in their room. For example, make a morning checklist that includes getting dressed, playing, eating, taking a vitamin, and brushing teeth. Go a step further and laminate it, and have them check off each task each time. They'll love the visualization, and you'll love the time-saving aspect. Encourage the word yet. Toddlers are very perceptive to limitations and others' preferences. When they verbalize these, have them say the word yet after the statement. For example, instead of I can't do that or I don't like that, encourage I can't do that yet and I don't like that yet. Since they are growing at an incredible pace, this limits a mental barrier to trying something or doing something in the future. This builds a growth mindset and repeatedly reminds them that they have room for growth and opportunity. Birthday wish list hack. If your child has a tendency to come out of any and every store with a purchase for themselves, then here's a way to put an end to it. Before going into any store, talk to your kid about expectations. Instead of buying something for them, encourage them to add something that they like to their birthday wish list. They can add one thing or 100 things, which also helps to prevent decision-making meltdowns. In doing this, there's no expectation to buy something. They practice delayed gratification and impulse control, and you get gift ideas for them for their birthday, Christmas, etc. Make a note of what they want, and as the birthday approaches, review it with them to make sure that they still want it. Make a balance beam. Even if you don't consider yourself handy, making a balance beam is simple and gets a big ROI for the next few years from your kid. Find this article on my site for a picture of mine and some instructional videos. Have a spray bottle and comb near the door. If their hair is long enough, it will get wild enough. Have a glass spray bottle and a comb set by the door for a quick car wash on their way out. Make a will. A will is an incredibly powerful tool, especially as a parent, yet only 33% of Americans have one. One important purpose of a will is to designate the legal guardian of your child, Ren, if you and your spouse die. Another important aspect of the will, among others, involves the estate. If you don't have a will in many states, your estate can be divided between your child, Ren, and your surviving spouse, which could cause financial concerns. Find this article for resources on how to create yours. Learn how to do your daughter's hair. If you've got a daughter or a son with longer hair, it's time to step up. The Daddy Hairstyles YouTube channel is a good place to start. Practice green light, yellow light, red light. This game comes in handy, especially if you have multiple children, live in the city, or if your kid is on the fast track to an ADD diagnosis. Practice it regularly at home, and then implement it in real-world environments for their safety. Get a library membership. Head there on rainy days, ahead of a vacation to get a book for the ride, or just make it a Tuesday night ritual. You can also download the free Libby app and listen to library audiobooks with your kids on long car rides. Introduce your kids to breathwork. The practice of breathing in purposeful patterns is a great tool to teach your children. It can calm them, amp them up, or simply make them more present. Plus, there are plenty of health benefits to back up the use of breathwork, such as improving sleep, decreasing inflammation, helping to manage depression and anxiety, and even decreasing the symptoms of asthma. Start by using a YouTube video or the Kids section on the Headspace app to teach them the basics of belly breathing. Always have snacks at the ready. On the other side of a hungry kid tends to be an emotional kid. Have snacks packed and at the ready in your bag, car, etc. My go-to are organic pouches, bars such as Larabars, and a mason jar full of nuts, coconut flakes, and mini dark chocolate chips. Hit 1,000 hours outside. The website 1,000 Hours Outside has a goal to attempt to match nature time with screen time. If kids can consume media through screens 1,200 hours a year on average, then the time is there, and at least some of it can and should be shifted towards a more productive and healthy outcome. Head to their site to get a free outdoor tracker or download their app. Don't do anything for your kid that they're capable of doing. This includes activities of daily living, ADL, like getting dressed, washing in the tub, washing their hands after using the potty, bringing dishes over after meals, and cleaning up their toys. As they get older, this will provide tremendous benefits in making lunches, doing laundry, and getting up on their own in the morning. Go to mindbodydad.com to learn more about how to utilize a comodito to implement this tactic in my article on takeaways from the book, Hunt, Gather, Parent. Make the time for your kids and be present when you're together. 75% of the time we spend with our kids in our lifetime will be spent by age 12. It's often said that you shouldn't blink because the time goes by so fast, but I've never heard anyone say, "I took it all in. I was present and mindful the entire time. It was great." Teach your kids to cook. Have them pick dinner for the night from a healthy cookbook. Aim to get through every recipe in the book as you make it a weekly tradition and a way to bond with your kid. Model good character. There's a great article called My 8 Best Techniques for Evaluating Character, written by Ted Gioia. He provides a great list of ways to determine whether the person you're dealing with has character. Examples include how they treat service workers, watching how they handle unexpected changes, and identifying what irritates people the most in others, because this is probably the trait they dislike most in themselves. Flip the script by evaluating and modifying your character and model it for your kid. Head to mindbodydad.com for all of the links mentioned in this episode. Thanks for tuning into the Growth Kit podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and leave a review. You can check out my website at mindbodydad.com and subscribe for more weekly insights sent to your inbox. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter at mindbodydad.